Hello, I'm Tentora,
And I'm Tiffany.
and today we will talk about the Kansas and Nebraska Act that was passed on May the 30th, 1854.
It was proposed by Stephen A. Douglas in January of 1854, who was Abraham Lincoln's opponent in the influential Lincoln-Douglas debate. Stephen A. Douglas was nicknamed the Little Giant because of his small stature.
This land needs to be divided.
This act divided the land west of Missouri into two territories, which was Nebraska and Kansas. This opened new lands for settlement and had the effect of repealing the Missouri Compromise, allowing white male settlers in those territories to determine through popular sovereignty, which is to vote to decide on an issue, whether they would allow slavery within each state. After the Missouri Compromise, Kansas and Nebraska were debating on if they should either become a slave state or a free state. So they decided to pass this law so that they would know what to do with their borders.
This infuriated many in the North who considered the Missouri Compromise to be a long-standing binding agreement. In the pro-slavery South, it was strongly supported.
Pro-slavery and anti-slavery settlers rushed to Kansas to affect the outcome of the first election held there after the law went into effect. Pro-slavery settlers carried the election, but were charged with fraud by anti-slavery settlers, and the results were not accepted by them.
The anti-slavery settlers held another election. However, pro-slavery settlers refused to vote. Violence soon erupted, and the anti-slavery forces led by John Brown. The territory earned the nickname Bleeding Kansas. As death toll rose, pro-slavery forces crossed the Missouri border into Kansas to fight anti-slavery.
President Franklin Pierce, who supported the pro-slavery settlers, sent federal troops to stop the violence and disperse the anti-slavery legislation.
The directed IQ meeting is now getting ready to start. You be safe.
Pro-slavery forces were named the Border Ruffians, and anti-slavery forces were named the Jayhawkers.
Eventually, after anti-slavery settlers outnumbered pro-slavery settlers, and a new constitution was drawn on January 29, 1861. Just before the start of the Civil War, Kansas was admitted to the Union as a free state.